So I thought I'd make this video, maybe quick, may not be, I'm not sure at this point, but at the end of May I'm going to Warhammer World in Nottingham in the UK to play some Warhammer battles, play an apocalypse-sized battle, and for it I need my Imperial Guard vehicles done. I have a lot of Imperial Guard vehicles, well, a pretty large amount of them. The only vehicles I've painted so far are these Sentinels. I've got 2 of them. I'm pretty pleased with how they're done, but they were done with speed paint, and kind of it's stretched to the limit of what you can do with speed paint. I feel like on panels this small, and I have very little experience with painting vehicles. My only real experience painting vehicles were some World War II T-34 tanks that I painted last year. So obviously you can see with this, it's just it basically just looks like it's one colour. I did a bit of washing and stuff like that, and a bit of dry brushing, but you can't really see it. So it's fine for historical games, that's cool, but for Warhammer, I want to do something a bit better. And this is what I've come up with, painting this over the last couple of days. Very quick scheme I've just come up with for them, and it looks perfectly fine, I think, to play in a big battle. So I'm going to show how I did that in this video, because I've got a lot of vehicles to paint. So I've got 3 Lehman Russ tanks, demolition, 2 battle tanks, and then 2 chimeras. This Valkyrie, which had its interior already painted. I'll do a better video of that in a second. By my brother initially, and he painted it, and a lot of this stuff is from my brother that I bought over the years off him. So this tank and this chimera here are my brother's, and then this is a third-party vehicle. I'll probably paint if I've got time, but I won't be bringing that to Warhammer World because it's not a Games Workshop model. But then I also have this Basilisk here that I have painted in the meantime. So yeah, got a lot of vehicles to paint, but this scheme is pretty quick. Step 2 is to do a wash of green. So this is Athenian camo shade, and you see, do it around every rivet, all the cracks and crevices. So the original coat is camouflage green, so if there's anything missed from the spray, this is what you use to cover it up. But yeah, so all the cracks and crevices and areas where there are shadows, and around every rivet you do a little dot of Athenian camo shade, and so that's really good because it makes all the details stand out. Ready for the next stage, and that next stage was a all over, well, not all over, just a dry brush on all the raised edges with necrotic flesh, which is, according to this little chart, it's 2 shades lighter camouflage green. Oh no, it's army. So army green is the base color, and then camouflage green is an intermediate color that I didn't use because when I was brushing it on, I tried to dry brush it on, you couldn't really see the difference. So that was my mistake actually from the previous clip. Army green and necrotic flesh, and I used the army green spray to prime them and base them or whatever. But yeah, so necrotic flesh is quite significantly lighter according to this little chart here, and so it works good for the raised edges dry brushing. Brings out all the detail, which is cool, and yeah, it makes it look a little bit weathered as well. And you can go a little bit too heavy. I think some parts I may have gone a little bit too heavy on this compared to the Basilisk that I did. Bring that out over here. It's a bit lighter, but that's all right. So this will be the kind of third step along. Makes them look pretty cool, which is good. And then we'll go out along and do the details, including the, yeah, sorry, I've got paint on my hand. I'm not ill. Next I'll be going along and doing the details on them. And in parts I might tidy up a little bit of the dry brushing. It was a little bit too vigorous. That's starting to affect the colour of the actual flat panels. But yeah, so next step is, so now I've done all the metallics. So just gone over with some lead belcher from Citadel. Whoops. And on the white sections I've used this Humbrol acrylic, seems to work fine. It's just white, so that's cool. And also anywhere where I'm going to do little lights or windows or anything like that, I've done with a white base coat as well, so I can bring out some of the colours of speed paint and put them on top of that. This vehicle here has lots of things hanging off it, so I've just painted them with this bone white from Vallejo, and from there I can then put speed paints on them. It's a pretty good base. I think it's kind of similar to Wraithbone from Games Workshop in terms of its colour. It's quite neutral, which is good. But yeah, so next up, I'm just going to finish up these little details like this here, and then probably just do the washes and the speed paints, and then they're pretty much done, which is very, very quick. And someone who's not actually painted vehicles properly kind of ever, I'm very pleased with how they're turning out. And there we go, 2 chimeras done very, very quickly, nice and easy. This was originally my brother's chimera and it has some battle damage he put on there, so just made it look a little bit weathered and damaged there. Put some wash on the bare metal so it looks like it's dirty, and then backpack hanging on the side with a hunter-killer missile. Just put some grim black speed paint from Army Painter over the green spray, and it just works perfectly. It just works like a nice matte base coat, which is pretty cool. And then that's a red, I think it's dragon red from Army Painter for the missile. And yeah, the lights and the window down there have gloss varnish on them, so they shine. And yeah, very, very pleased with these. So that's 2 of my tanks done already for my trip to Warhammer World. 2 of the chimeras done, and then also, can't forget I did this one, which was the test piece, so I could learn how to do it before I made this video. But yeah, so I've got 2 chimeras and a basilisk done. I'm going to do the crew in the back if I have time, which I should do now I've got this quick scheme. Before I go, I've got some Cadian legs off eBay, so it's going to be legit Cadian crew at the back, probably holding some kind of big shell or something like that, just to put something there. Because it's a bit of a strange thing with the kit, is you don't really have anything, you don't really get given anything to put here at the back. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. A heavy flamer, multi-laser, and heavy bolter on this one. Yeah. So next up, I'll be doing some Lehman Russers. I've also got a Valkyrie as well. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my blood pack. They're still in progress. I just can't bring them to Warhammer World, so I'm not going to finish them up yet. I'm just taking a little break to finish my Cadian Army.